used to busk on the clarinet. So if you imagine Ron Burgundy with the jazz flute, but actually Abby Scott with the jazz clarinet.
I bullied my mum into buying a pug and now the pug, we like to dress her up and put bow ties on her, and at Christmas I dressed her up as a reindeer. And she's the most loved thing in the family. She's above me and my brother in the family status. But yeah, she's great and I like to feed her a lot, so she's really fat.
Back in the day when I was young, me and my brother did a tractor driving competition and we won. So we were Yorkshire tractor driving competitions winners. Well, we grew up on a farm, so as farmers we always used to do competitions with each other, and it was the fastest time around a course. But I just went forward and my brother had to reverse it back, so I got the easy bit.
I'm happily going to say I've been set up by this, but when I was under-20s captain, I missed the national anthem because I was on the toilet. I felt awful. Everyone else thought it was really funny, and I was petrified I was going to get some form of, I don't know, disciplinary or something. I just apologised to Nikki, the head of performance. I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, well, you couldn't really do anything about it, could you? They just left.
I'm currently a member of the Spice Girls in the England team, so I'm a secret Spice Girl fan, and along with my other friends, Kerry and Lydia, and used to have Kat and George in it. It was great, and so yeah, that legend still lives on, and we love a bit of a listen to Spice Girls occasionally.
Autumn Internationals, we just had team meeting, come down, everyone's heading off to the bus, and I suddenly turned to my roomie and said I've left my shirt in my room. So I had to run back up quickly. I just had this vision of it being behind my suitcase in my room, and luckily remembered before we got on the bus and left for the game. But yeah, I'd left my shirt in my room upstairs. Awkward.
I've had a few sporting ventures. I was in the England squad for gymnastics when I was about 13, and then I was English weightlifting champion 2010. And most people know already, but I have a little girl who's 4 years old.
So I grew up in New Zealand, and I was actually the national javelin champion for my age group, which was quite cool, but had to part ways with the javelin and focus on rugby.
So for A-level, I did Latin, although it's a dead language. I didn't want to do it, but I didn't know what I wanted to do for A-level, and one of my friends wanted to do it, but she was the only one. So she convinced me that we should both do it, and then it would be two of us. And then she dropped out after a year, so I ended up finishing the Latin A-level by myself. I was the only person in the class. I use it every day. I normally just talk it, to anyone, listen and read texts. Yeah. I haven't used it at all.